Hello, and welcome to the Mighty Moraine Fall Multi-Sport Festival. We're looking forward to hosting you in the following races: Sprint Triathlon, Sprint Duathlon, Sprint Adventure Race, Sprint Aquabike, Olympic Triathlon, Olympic Aquabike, Super Sprint Triathlon, and youth races on Saturday. Our packet pickup schedule will be Monday, September 12th at Open Water Swim from 5 to 7 p.m., Tuesday at Pro Bike and Run at North Park from 6 to 7:30 p.m., Thursday at Moraine State Park North Shore from 9:30 a.m. to noon, Thursday at the Rosie Schneider Family YMCA in Cranberry at the Outdoor Pavilion by the playground from 6 to 7 p.m., Friday at Moraine State Park North Shore from 4 to 6 p.m., Saturday at Moraine State Park North Shore from 1 to 6 p.m., and on race morning, for those who can't pick it up earlier, it is a $20 fee to pick up your race packet on race morning, and that will be at the North Shore starting at 5:30 a.m. and ending at 6:45 a.m. for the sprint and super sprint races, and it will end at 7:45 a.m. for the Olympic races. What will you find in your packet? You will get a swim pack that is specifically for your swim wave, so make sure you bring it on race morning. You will also receive a bike and helmet numbers inside your race packet. On race morning, you can body mark yourselves by putting your race number on both of your arms. You will put your age on your right calf and the race that you're doing on your left calf. For example, S for sprint, O for Olympic, D for duathlon, etc. You will receive your timing chip near the beach area on race morning. You must return your chip after the race. Do not forget to pick up your timing chip. If you do not return your chip after the race, you will be charged a fee from the timing company. There will not be any bib numbers for the race this year. Race schedule: Saturday youth races, transition opens, and packet pickup no later or no late fee for these athletes, and that will start at 6:30 a.m. 10 and under races start at 7:30 a.m. 11 and older races start around 8:15 or at the end of the 10 and under races, and awards will follow. Race schedule for 9:18. Transition opens at 5:30 a.m. Please remember, only athletes are permitted in transition. Family members, dogs, pets cannot be in the transition area. This is only for the athletes, and the transition entrance will be on the side of the transition area, and it will remain open until 6:50 or around 6:45 a.m. for all of those racing in the, 7:15 a.m. for those racing in the sprint and super sprint, and it will close at approximately 8:15 for those racing in the Olympic distance races. So please be mindful of the time. Make sure that you arrive early enough to get into your transition areas. Race day packet pickup opens at 5:30 a.m. Again, bring your $20 with you if you plan to do that. Volunteer meeting will be at 6:50 a.m. on the beach. The sprint and super sprint transition will close at 7:15 a.m. Pre-race meeting and national anthem at 7:15 a.m. 7:25 a.m. will be the sprint adventure race and sprint duathlon start. 7:30 a.m. all the sprint triathlon waves will start. 8:15 a.m. the super sprint start. 8:35 a.m. the Olympic triathlon start. Sprint waves: 7:25 will be our adventure and duathlon start. 7:30 a.m. will be 39 and under men. 7:35 a.m. will be 40 and older men. 7:40 a.m. will be 34 and under women in aquabike. 7:45 a.m. will be 35 and older women. 7:55 a.m. novice wave. You can choose this wave on race morning. Our super sprint will start at 8:15 a.m. and awards will be presented after the sprint and super sprint is over. The Olympic triathlon waves: 8:35 a.m. for 34 and under men, 8:40 a.m. for 35 and older men, 8:45 a.m. for all women in aquabike. We will have a rolling award ceremony as athletes complete the race. Our youth courses can be found in our athlete guide on our website. The 6 and under will do a 50-meter swim in the swim area, and they will bike 2 to 4 loops in the parking lot and run a quarter or half or full loop, a half or full loop for the run. And the race for this age group is based off of age and ability. 7 to 10-year-olds will race 100 meters in the swim area, 2 loops on the bike, and 1 loop of the run. 11 and older will race 200 meters following the outside of the swim area, 5 loops of the bike, 2 loops of the run course. The bike is approximately 1.2 miles long for each loop, and the run, the course around the parking lot, is approximately a half mile. The Mighty Moraine Man Swim and Adventure Race courses. If you see here, the adventure race will start and finish right here along the beach area next to the swim finish. The athletes will start in their kayaks right in the water. You will then kayak all the way out to the bridge, underneath the bridge and around one of the columns of the bridge and come back for loop number 1. There will be a buoy here for you to circle around to head out for loop number 2, and then you will come back to finish. You can simply just pull your kayak up onto the beach and run up into the transition area. You do not need to take your kayak up to transition with you. Please leave it at the beach. You will have 2 loops of this course, and it will be approximately 2 miles long. For our swim, all swimmers will start over here on this side of the beach. The yellow will be the super sprint, 375 meters. The red will be 750 meters, and that's for the sprint distance. The Olympic distance, 1,500 meters, and will follow the brown lines. We will have buoys set on each of these areas for everyone to follow. And any of these buoys that are left out there will be simply sighting buoys for the Olympic distance race. We will let you know the morning of the race what buoys or which turn buoys for each race and what to follow when you get down to the beach area. And don't forget, when you get down to the beach area, we will have a table set up that will have your timing chips at it, and you can pick them up right down at the beach on race morning. Bike course. You will start down here at the transition area, come out the far end of transition, come up Lakeview Beach Road, make a right onto North Shore Drive. Follow it through the one-way area all the way up here to Mount Union Road. You will then do a U-turn. That is for the bike turnaround for all of the races that day. You will then follow it straight through, come back up, come up the hill, and when you get back to this area, if you are doing the sprint in the Olympic, you will continue to go straight. If you are doing the super sprint, you will follow it down to the finish. For the sprint in the Olympic, you will go straight, follow this all the way up and around, go past the bike rental area, all the way out to near the McDaniel boat launch area and where you head down to 422. The sprint and Olympic will then turn around and follow North Shore Drive all the way back. The sprint will come down Lakeview Beach, and the Olympic will stay up top and start loop number 2 and do the same loop all the way through for the Olympic, turn around, come all the way back, and come back down to transition. The super sprint does half of the loop, the sprint does the entire loop, and the Olympic does 2 full loops without coming back down to transition after the first loop. The run course, everybody starts and runs out of transition on this side. They are then going to go around on the grass, around the concession area, out to the parking lot where they'll make a left, follow this up to the trail, the bicycle trail, make a right, and follow the trail. If you're doing the super sprint or the duathlon, the super sprint will turn around at this location at Barber Point. The duathlon run will also, for their first run, will turn around at this point and come back, make a left-hand turn into the parking lot, follow it through the concession area to the finish line. If you are doing the sprint or the Olympic, you will go past Barber Point and follow this all the way out 1.5 miles to the sprint and Olympic and duathlon 2 run turnaround. You will turn around, come all the way back, again make a left-hand turn, go through the concession area. If you're doing the sprint or the second duathlon run, you will then finish. If you're doing the Olympic, you will go around the concession area again, out to the parking lot, around onto the bike trail, and do this loop again. come back, and when you come back on your second loop of the Olympic distance, you will make a left-hand turn through the concession area to the finish line. Transition. When you come out of the swim area or off of the adventure, off of your kayaks from the adventure race, you will run up into the transition area. You will grab your bikes and you will bike out this end of the transition area. When you come back in, you will dismount at the same place as your mount line, which is right at the end here. So you mount past the line, you dismount before the line. You will come back in, re-rack your bike, and run out here onto this gravel trail. As you get onto the gravel trail, you're going to go around the concession area, out here to the parking lot. That's where you'll make your left-hand turn, run up, make a right onto the bike trail, and go out for your run portion. As you come in from the run, you will make a left into the parking lot. If you are doing the super sprint or the duathlon or the sprint distance, you will come in, go through the concession area, and finish down here. If you're doing the Olympic, you're going to come around after your first loop, go through the concession area, around the concession area again, back out to the parking lot, and start loop number 2. Then when you come in the second time, you'll come through the parking lot, come through the concession area, and finish where everybody else did after your second loop of the run course. And again, we have the best sponsors. We couldn't do this race without our sponsors, and we want to thank all of you for coming out and racing at the 2022 Moraine State Park multi-sport event. We'd like to thank Brendan Holmes, Dapper Bicycle, Butler County Tourism and Convention Bureau, Dave's Tri-State Truck Service, Jenny Lee Swirlbread, Roca, Evolve Wellness, Tom Murray and the Murray Agency, the Gongas family, Steel Valley Triathlon Club, the Magic 5, Butler Smiles Dental Care, Get Fit Families, Keystone Gas Services, Pickle Juice, the Ultimate Zilly Challenge, Ellinger's Meats, Pittsburgh Triathlon Club, and the YMCA. Also, for those of you who are curious, you will be getting your t-shirts and your gourmet cinnamon swirl bread and your water bottles and finisher towels at the finish line. So after you finish, please make sure that you return your timing chip and make sure that you pick up all of your swag from the event. And we will see you this weekend, and we look forward to hosting you at this event.